Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2022 football season for your Shenandoah Mustangs. I'm TJ Young alongside my tag team partner, Aaron Burdorf. Coach, good to be back. We got here a little bit late, so we're rushing around, but everything seems to be in working order. Thoughts on the kickoff opening game with the Missouri Valley Big Reds?
Yeah, it was the opening round game last year, and so I think it's two fairly evenly matched teams. Both teams graduated or lost a couple players that could make a big impact on the game, but I look forward to kicking off this season with you.
So we've had the coin toss. Shenandoah won the toss. We have deferred. So we're going to get in to see this this defense that's similar but a little bit different as far as getting kids in different places and some new faces, like you'd said, kids graduating, kids leaving, but also some kids playing different spots or didn't go out last year and now they're out. So should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun to see what both teams have. I think both teams know what their strength might be, and it'll be interesting to see it in action here to kick off the season. So
Seth Zwickel is back to kick off for the Mustangs to start the 2022 season. He's got the ball teed up at the 40, kicks it deep, and that's going to go all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. Brody, was my face in the camera there? Okay, then we're good. It's a kind of a tough angle for us over here. Just got to have our camera guy yell at me. Big key players here for the defense. We'll kind of try to put this on the overlay here. Starting defense for the Mustangs, Ben Labrum on the defensive line, Jacob Rystrom, Ethan Richardson. Linebackers, Jaden Dickerson, Bo Gardner, Dalton Ethan, and Blake Harold plays a joker position this year. And in the secondary, Tyson Shaw, Jade Spangler, Brody Cullen, and Gage Sample. So those are your starters on the defensive side. Missouri Valley starts out in a shotgun, two receivers to the right side. Motion is Ben Hansen, and he gets the jet sweep off to the left. Really good play in there by Dalton Ethan, first-year starter. Played a little bit last year, but really good job of keeping everything inside.
Yeah, really good job to play that defensive end position and keep everything moving east and west versus north and south, and comes up with the loss on the first play.
And one thing I noticed for the game last year, if you ever see motion from Missouri Valley, they're going to generally give it to that motion guy, and they did exactly that here. Again, motion and handing it off to Manzo this time, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. Ball's on the ground and scooped up by the Mustangs. It's a scoop and score for Gage Sample. Welcome to Shenandoah. Gage Sample picks up the fumble from Manzo and scampers into the end zone.
Yeah. Talk about that defensive end position. Blake Harold comes through and makes a fantastic tackle and knocks the ball loose. The Mustangs on the board first.
And just an awesome start. Last year's game, a lot of emotion from last year's game anyways, but really back and forth mistakes, right? It was just back and forth mistakes for both teams, and Missouri Valley just ended up making less mistakes. This time Shenandoah, they get on top early. Big mistake for Missouri Valley, and Zwickel's on to add the extra point, and that kick is up, and it is a Seth Zwickel kick, so it is good. So 7-0 early. We're going to take an early break at 7-0. Mustangs out on top.
Looking for a new home or acreage just minutes from the Omaha metro area? Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973. We look forward to meeting all of your real estate needs: residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Contact us today at 712-527-3114 or visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Missouri Valley. Shenandoah up on top. 7-0, 11:19 to go. So just 41 seconds into the 2022 season, already a big play from this defense, which I thought coming in was going to have to be the strength of this team, or at least early on, while the offense starts to figure out their key pieces and figure out their new scheme that they're working with this year. And Zwickel kicks it deep again, but I don't think they were ready for play there, and it maybe had a guy off sides, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like the Mustangs might have been off sides on that kickoff, so we'll back them up 5 yards and do it again.
It's nice to see Zwickel kicking the ball deep. Last year we didn't do that a lot. Alexis Manzo, he's deep for the Big Reds, so it's not like there's not a guy back there that can hurt you. But I like that we're trying to kick it deep. We feel like we got the guys that can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let some speed run down the field and pin the other team deep versus letting them start at 35, 40-yard line every time because we kick it short. No return, but they still get good field position. Let's kick it deep and make them earn it. Yeah, it's kind of that give and take there. You either give up a big play potentially, or you're going to give them really good field position. So it's kind of the either or. But now we'll see what they do from kicking from the 35-yard line. So Zwickel is ready to rock and roll, boots it away, off to the left. That one's going to go out of bounds, so that's going to set him up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, second possession for Missouri Valley. We saw the motion and the handing off to the motion backs. It looks like the Mustangs are in tune to that. If I can see it, they can see it. So that's something that this is a very similar offense for Missouri Valley from a year ago. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only difference is Manzo's wearing number 1 instead of number 4 last year, or number 3, whatever he wore last year. And so he's the key factor in there in the Missouri Valley offense. He rushed for over 1,200 yards last year. And so obviously you got to know where he's at. And the Mustangs did that on the first drive. So second possession, just 2 plays into this game, really. And this will be play number 3. Lager in the backfield, Manzo on his right side, twin receivers to the left side. Handoff up the middle to Manzo, and nothing there, swallowed up in there. And that was big Rystrom in there, just creating that space, not allowing anybody to move. Really good play by the junior. Yeah, and he did that every once in a while. Last year he got in there from his defensive line position, got into the backfield and disrupted plays, and so that's a good start for him as well. And for Rystrom and a lot of these guys on the offensive and defensive lines, new faces in different spots, like you had mentioned. He didn't play a ton last year, but he is now, and ready for a 2nd down and 10 play here. Lager going on 2 here, fakes the handoff, and he goes to the left side, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Really good job, again, defensively, not letting Missouri Valley get outside, forcing him to cut the ball up. Yeah, another good tackle by Dalton Nathan in there, making his name known here on the defense. And so, again, set up a third and longer play for a team that isn't known for their passing offense. Yeah, and we were kind of talking on the way up here. They didn't pass the ball very well against us. They completed 3 passes, but they were all big. So you really want to minimize those big plays here. Manzo in motion, faking to the back, pass out into the flat, and good catch by Hansen in the flat. Nobody near him. Looked like a cover 3 defense there for Shenandoah. Just nobody got out to the flat, and a really good catch by Ben Hansen. Yeah, the two outside guys went deep, and then just a little out route, get far enough down the field to get a first down. The level of difficulty on the catch for what amounted to be a 5-yard pass was very difficult for Hansen. Did a really good job. So 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line of the Mustangs. Lager hands it on a little reverse, and that's going to be, so I want to make sure I got my numbers right. It's Riley Radke catches it on the reverse. A little bit of a wrinkle here on their second drive, and he picks up about 7 yards. So we're going to call that a 2nd down and 3 now for the Big Reds. That's something watch out for as the game goes on. A 7-yard gain now could pop to a big play later. Yeah, obviously Missouri Valley's going to have to find a 2nd or 3rd running back to move the ball without Manzo. So ball on the ground again in the backfield. Lager picks it up, and he is thrown down by, see, that's number 40, and I don't have a number 40 in my program. Do you have a 40? I don't. Wow, that looks like Bo Gardner from here. It does look like Bo Gardner. So we'll say that was Bo Gardner that made the tackle for loss. That's going to be a loss of 7. So everything they gained on that previous play, they've just lost it again. 3rd and long, passing situation. You think screen draw here. Hansen in motion to the left.
And they'll run off tackle to the right, and Manzo's got a little bit of room. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6, depending upon the spot. So it's going to set up that 4th down in about 4 down territory here. You're on the 35, 36-yard line, probably going to go for it here, right?
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, what difference does it make if you kick it into the end zone, you gain 13, 16 yards? It doesn't really matter. You might as well go for it.
And one thing you notice there is they did motion Hansen there, but they did not hand it, faked it to him and handed it to Manzo. So trying some different things here as the game goes on. And Radke in motion to the left, little sprint out to the left. Lager throws into a lot of traffic. Ball was tipped by Cullen and incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. Really good defensive series there. Gave up that kind of that long pass play on a really good play from Hansen on the catch, but bared down, get the turnover. Now they get first offensive possession of 2022.
Yeah, looking forward to see what we come out with here on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, going to have a new quarterback in there this season, and then who's going to get the most carries as your top running back also graduated.
So we'll get to the offensive starters here in just a moment. I did have that. I got that handled for you, so hopefully we can get it to them here in between plays or in between series. We did just get a text confirmation that Bo Gardner is wearing number 40 this year, so our eyes did not deceive us. That is Bo Gardner at number 40. And a really rough way to start the first drive, not because it's a penalty, that's never good, but looked like they kind of had a little bit of a razzle-dazzle play there to get Scammon kind of comfortable, and then you get a penalty.
Yeah, we had too many people on the field to begin with, and then didn't ever really get into a huddle, and the play clock was going, and start with an illegal substitution to start the season.
And you know, you got a lot of new faces. We've talked about that. Different guys, like you said, are one of our better wide receivers from a season ago is now playing offensive tackle, and he did that a little bit last year as the season went on, out of necessity, but now he's there. You got a lot of new guys in there. Scammon at quarterback. They run that same play to Cullen. A little pop pass. Cullen's got the edge. Cullen to the 50. He might go. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mustangs. By my count, that's a 69-yard touchdown pass from Cole Scammon to Brody Cullen, Mr. Big Play. Brody Cullen does it again. First play of 2022. Coach, couldn't ask for a better start for this game.
Yeah, if you get rid of the first play and the flag, maybe that was the intention. Make them think that we didn't know what the heck we were doing and go out there and run a play and score a touchdown.
You got 8:03 to go in quarter number 1, and it's 13-0 already. You know you can't score on every play, but, boy, that's really good efficiency right there from Coach Ratliff's offense. And Zwickel kicking again. This time it's going to go off to the left. I jinxed him. I said if it's a Zwickel kick, it's good. I jinxed him. That's my fault to the Zwickel family. I apologize. We're going to step aside. 8:03 to go in quarter number 1. Mustangs 13, Big Reds 0.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Who's no?
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Welcome back into Missouri Valley. Picture-perfect start to the 2022 season for the Mustangs through the first 4 minutes of the ball game, 13-0. Defense about to make their third trip. You got to figure Missouri Valley's going to figure it out at some point here. Probably not going to be a runaway game either way. But just fortunate for us, the breaks have gone our way. The ball has bounced our way early.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't ask for a better start on offense. Get one play and score a touchdown. And it was very well blocked as we moved across the field. And then Cullen, with his good speed down the sideline, breaks it away for a touchdown. And, again, the defense is getting in the backfield, causing some havoc. Already forced Missouri Valley to put the ball on the ground twice. So good start on both sides of the ball.
And Zwickel's kickoff goes and was picked up at about the 24-yard line by Lane Schroeder, the sophomore tight end for the Big Reds. And that's going to set up Missouri Valley with pretty decent field position here at about the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Missouri Valley, as they try to answer back this crazy start for the Mustangs. I'm not complaining. It was a long ride up here, and to get some excitement right away is pretty good deal here. So you got that kind of 3-4-1-4 setup, and then the little handoff off to it'll be number 5 for Missouri Valley off to this right side. That's Riley Radke again. He kind of took Ben Hansen's spot last year as that wing back, and picks up maybe a yard. It's going to set up 2nd down and long.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's Dalton Nathan a little shaken up here on the near sideline, but hopefully he can take a play off and get right back in there. Good pursuit from the backside by him to make that tackle going out of bounds. So, again, defensive line's doing a great job of getting into the backfield. Missouri Valley's trying to run east and west and trying to break away some speed, and we're doing a really good job of getting in the backfield and making that difficult.
And the linebackers are flowing. You've got looks like in for Dalton Nathan is a freshman. Zane McManus has stepped in, get his first varsity run of the season in the first quarter of the first game. Good for him.
Yeah, he played a very good linebacker last year as an 8th grader, so we'll see what he can do here in a varsity game.
2nd down and 10. Manzo gets it on the sweep to the left side, the far side, and really good tackle in there by Spangler, who did not play last year, and Cullen picks up only a gain of a couple. Again, that 3rd and long, which if you're Missouri Valley, even or Shenandoah right now, you don't want to be caught in an obvious passing down situation.
Yeah, again, the east and west running, they're not going to be able to run too far around the edge of the Mustang defense, so they're going to have to start going north and south a little bit to make anything happen. But, again, they've been able to prove that they can run some little out routes to get a 1st down on a passing play.
We're going to have a legal procedure here on Missouri Valley, so it's going to back them up even more. It'll be about a 3rd down and 13 now. The left tackle over there, I can't see the number, but he got a little too antsy there, and could have been a tight end over there. I don't know. But it's going to set up a 3rd and long, and
I think they're making jerseys with smaller numbers on them.
Or just a dark color and a dark color.
Yeah.
So the contrast isn't great.
It is hard to read.
So 3rd down and 13. Lager gets the snap. He's going deep. It's a floater up in the air. Nobody near Hansen on this flag route, and McManus can't make the play, and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. So just kind of a ball that was in the air for an hour and a half, and that's going to, by my count, a 61-yard touchdown pass. Is that what you got, Coach?
66.
66, so they went back 5 yards. Yeah. Excuse me. So Hansen, 2 catches on the day. He's pretty much equated for their entire offense on only thing I can see just by looking at is just blown coverage.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like McManus should have taken him full man, and he just got turned around in the secondary. And, again, something that we talked about on the way up here, linebacker trying to play pass defense, and that time we just got caught in a bad situation.
Manzo takes the direct snap, and he's in for 2. So we said it just a little bit ago, just right before Missouri Valley took possession, that you knew they were going to kind of get the kinks ironed out, and they did. We're going to step aside, pay some bills. We'll come right back, and we'll have more action as Missouri Valley gets on the board. 13-8. We got a good one brewing here in Missouri Valley.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs, no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
All right, we're back here in Missouri Valley. 6:28 to go in the first quarter, about halfway through quarter number 1. And looks like, I can't tell the numbers here, looks like Cullen's deep.
And Trayton Foster.
And then a little onside kick. Good job by Bo Sample, the younger brother of Gage Sample, transferred in here this year. And just a freshman, good heady play, fall on the ball, good field position for the Mustangs in their second drive.
Yeah, good starting field position. So, again, get into some type of rhythm here. We scored on one play. It's going to take more than that probably here to put a second drive together, but let's see what the Mustangs do with their second possession here on offense.
So really wide side of the field here as you're watching it going from left to right with Blake Harold on that right side and motion by Cullen to the left, handoff up the middle to Bo Gardner, number 40, and reminiscent of a number 40 that I remember from my youth, Mr. Mike Allstott just barreling through defenders. That's a good 15, 16-yard run and a first down and a powerful run from Bo Gardner.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's going to have to come in here. He carried the ball 36 times last year. He's going to have to carry the ball a lot more this year. So he's going to be the workhorse in the backfield for sure. And
Bo's a decisive runner. He didn't get a lot of carries last year like you'd mentioned, but he's a decisive runner. He's going to put his foot in the ground and get north and south, and I think in this offense that's what they're really wanting. And then got a little play action scamming. Off his back foot gets it to Rock Chalk Jayhawk himself, Blake Harold, and he picks up about 14 yards and a first down. I told his brother last night that I was going to get in a Rock Chalk Jayhawk saying during the game, and I got it out of the way early, so there's no I got it's done.
Yeah.
But I say that tongue-in-cheek because obviously Blake Harold committed to Kansas to play football, and we're fortunate to have him along with everybody else, but that's a really good play by Scammon to get it to him.
Yeah, excellent job by Scammon to find Harold wide open there. Good play fake, and then Harold coming across the middle of the field where he did a lot of damage last season.
So first down and 10, ball at the Big Reds, 27, 28-yard line. This is a balanced formation, so twin receivers to each side, Scammon in the gun. Looks like you got to cover 0 out there, Coach, so no safeties deep. Scammon drops back, a little tunnel screen, and there goes Brody Cullen again, breaks a tackle at the 12-yard line, and he's down at the 5. What kind of speed do you have, Mr. Cullen?
Yeah, he showed up in track season last season, and you can see that quick hitters to him get him down the field real quickly.
We do have an injury timeout. It looks like maybe that is Cullen down. He got landed on a guy from behind, kind of full body weight there. We'll go over the starting lineups for the offense because I didn't do that yet. On the offensive line, Stephen Perkins, Ethan Richardson, Mark Hardy at center, Jacob Rystrom at guard, Ben Labrum at tackle, Blake Harold is a tight end. Receivers and running backs, Jade Spengler, Brody Cullen, Gage Sample, Bo Gardner, and quarterback, as we talked about, and I'm sure we will throughout the game, Cole Scammon making his first start of his career at the high school level. So looks like still down on the field is Brody Cullen, so we'll step aside, and we'll be back here briefly, or after a brief break, and we'll see some more football. Hopefully Mr. Cullen is okay, so we'll be right back.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
We are back. Looks like Brody Cullen's making his way off the field. Looks like he got off on his own power there, so hopefully he's all right. But kind of a little game reset. That's going to give you a first and goal with 5:23 to go in quarter number 1. Mustangs scored on a fumble, second play of the game. First play offensively, they scored. Now they've had 3 or 4 plays offensively, and we're knocking on the door again. And first and goal with the big bruiser, Bo Gardner, behind Scammon in the pistol. Handoff to Gardner up the middle, and he is stuffed up the middle. No gain on the play. Maybe lost a yard. Looks like the spot is pretty generous. They're going to say no gain on the play. But Missouri Valley ready for that one.
Yeah, you kind of know where the ball is going to go here as, get close to the end zone. Good first down play by the Mustangs just to give it to Gardner and see if he can break one. And Missouri Valley was ready up front.
It's going to be second down and goal, a little bit more of a wider formation here. Twin receivers to the top side. You got Blake Harold down here as a tight end on the left side. And it's going to be to Gardner on a little sweep to the left. And he gets down to about the 2-yard line. He's fighting, and they'll call him down about the 3, so a gain of a couple. So sets up a third and goal. You got to figure probably early in the game 2 plays to get these 3 yards here, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think the Mustangs are going to put it on the ground maybe, or some type of little rollout from Scammon maybe here to take it to the edge and have somebody like Blake Harold catch the ball.
And we really struggled running the ball last year. This might be one of those statement drives. It's a first and goal. We're running it in kind of a deal. And if that's the case, hopefully that's what happens here. We got a new back in the backfield. And that's handed off up the middle to Gardner. He's pushing and fighting. He gets down to about the 1.5 yard line. So that's going to be 4th and goal. It's been 3 straight to Bo Gardner. And I don't have this number in my program either. Who was in the backfield there? Was that Dalton Athan who just came back in and switched jerseys?
No, he changed to 27 over there on the sideline. So number 30
is not on the varsity bound. Right? I mean, that's.
I'm just looking at our.
So if somebody wants to text us and see who number 30 is, that would be helpful. We're going to have a timeout, so we got some time to sort this out. You millions watching at home, let us know. Shenandoah took a timeout. They're going to talk about this very important 4th down and goal play. We'll step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Green Plains is transforming. In addition to being a first-class biofuels producer, we are now a leading ag tech company, producing high-quality feed ingredients for dairy, poultry, swine, pet food, and aquaculture. At our Aqua Lab, we are conducting research to produce the best ingredients for our optimal aquafeed products. Green Plains is expanding in every way. If you're interested in being a part of this journey with us, check out our website for our latest job opportunities.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We are back here at Missouri Valley. Really nice complex here. It's going to be 4th and goal from about the 1.5, 2 yard line. And we did thank you to all of our viewers and listeners and watchers. It is Jaden Dickerson back there as number 30 on Varsity Bound. He's number 9, but he's number 30 in our programs and number 1 in our hearts right now. We got it figured out. We get that figured out. Now he's kind of up in a wingback set. A little pitch to Gardner on the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. 4th down and goal, and Bo Gardner gets in on a little quick pitch to the right. Really good blocking on that right side, kind of pinch and pull. Really good job by the Mustangs.
Yeah, just kind of overload that right-hand side and then give it to him moving forward on the edge, get him out there and into space and let him run over some people. Great job, Bo Gardner.
So with 3:07 to go now in the first quarter, Mustangs perfect offensively as far as on their scoring drives to this point. And now we'll see if they can tack on the extra point by Mr. Zwickel. And the snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. That looks good, and it is good. So the extra point is good. 20-8, 3:07 to go in quarter number 1. Mustangs 20. Missouri Valley.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation, just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
Got your Iowa. We're back in Missouri Valley, 20-8. Mustangs about ready to kick off again. We were just talking during the break. We really do appreciate it. I know I said it earlier, but all you guys texting us with these numbers, we only are as good as the information that we have. And the information that we have is clearly wrong with some of these guys, so we appreciate all of you giving us the heads up.
Yeah, so what's funny is that you printed it from Varsity Bound.
Correct.
We have the program from here in Missouri Valley.
Correct.
From Varsity Bound.
Correct.
I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and that's from Varsity Bound. And so we think, Brody is telling us that we think that the coaches changed it on the bus ride up here.
That's entirely possible. We'll have to have a conversation there. Zwickel kicks it off. It's going to go back to Manzo at about the 8-yard line. And we got a block in the back by number 3 from Missouri Valley, but no call. And Manzo busts it out to the left side. And there's Shaw bringing him down at the 30 or the 42-yard line. We're going to get a face mask probably on the tackle, but they missed the block in the back.
The obvious block in the back hold right in front of 2 officials here at the 25-yard line. That was a face mask. I get it on the other side, but there was a clear hold block in the back that broke him loose to begin with over here on this near sideline.
And I am not, yes, I'm a homer. I want Shenandoah to win, but I generally try to call it as I see it and be fair. Just I'm a little more animated when Shenandoah does well.
Right.
But this was clearly a missed call here. And then I'm with you. That was definitely a face mask.
A face mask, yeah. And it's funny because if you guys could see us, we both point at things as they're happening, and we both pointed at that.
We need the picture-in-picture. We need the game camera, and then like a camera coming down to us as we're pointing at stuff.
You don't want to see our ugly mugs.
In our sweat box here tonight?
Yeah.
Whew. So 1st and 10 after the 15-yard penalty. Manzo gets it on the reverse. Fumble on the exchange. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Blake Harold picks it up in the backfield. 2nd turnover of the first quarter for the Big Reds, and Mustangs have an opportunity to really stretch this lead.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle there for the Big Red, and it ends up with the ball on the turf, and Blake Harold chases it down. He knew where the play was going. He didn't bother with Manzo on the first give. He knew the ball was going to continue across, and he tracked that ball down on the ground.
It's one of those trust your eyes, follow the puller, and it was that was a really good play. This Rock Chalk thing is going to have to stick. I like it. I'm not a Kansas fan, but I'm happy for him. And
somebody texted me about that.
Oh, they didn't like it?
No, they liked it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Scammon has the ball on the left going on a sweep. He gets away from a tackle. Good block by 56 over there, Martin. And Scammon made something out of nothing there. He went to the left initially, got stuffed, and then came back around to the right side. Martin had a really good block in the backfield, picking up about 7 yards. Makes something out of nothing. They're pretty good play on basically a glorified scramble after there's an initial sweep, but turned into a scramble.
Yeah, absolutely. He was going to get tackled in the backfield, and he turned something into nothing into something for sure there to set up 2nd and 3.
And for any quarterback, old, young, doesn't matter. Staying ahead of the chains is super important. It keeps the defense on their heels. And now we got an I formation with Dickerson dotting the I, and it's an ISO to Dickerson. Dickerson gets to the 2nd level, breaks a couple tackles down to the 35-yard line. Jaden Dickerson, first carry of his varsity career to my knowledge. really good carry, good ISO, and a little power football for a zone scheme team this year. I know Coach Ratliff's been pretty adamant that they've switched from that gap scheme to the zone scheme, but we got some power football right there.
Yeah, that was excellent blocking. Gardner got in the hole and took care of the first guy he saw, and then Dickerson was able to lower his shoulders and gain a couple more to rumble down the field.
So twin receivers here to the near side. Spangler up on the top of the formation. And we have an inadvertent snap, and Gardner's just got a fall on it, and that's just unfortunate. It's going to end up being a loss of 15 yards-ish. So it's going to set up a – spotting the ball is not an exact science. So I'm just going to say it's a 15-yard loss. It's going to be a second down and 25. Well, the guy on the PA said 17. I'm going to be a little nicer.
He might teach math.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I sell cars.
Yeah.
That's what. So
yeah, I think the Mustangs were waiting for a guy to go in motion there, and then we got a snap, and nobody was looking, nobody was ready.
So now trips receivers to the right side. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 2nd and 25, but we've got one with Spangler wide open down the middle of the field, and we throw it to Spangler. He makes the catch at the 5. He's in for the touchdown. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome back to football, Jade Spangler. Scamming 2 first-quarter touchdowns on a beautiful, beautiful ball. 1:12 to go in quarter number 1. 26-8, Coach. Did you expect this in quarter number 1?
I think we're a long ways from being done, but the Mustang offense looks good here early on.
Color me impressed, Coach. But like you said, long way to go. Still got 3+ quarters of football, but the explosiveness is there, which we kind of knew we had. You know, you got the athletes. The explosiveness is there. It's just the execution part. And so far, so good. As Zwickel on to attempt the extra point for the 4th time in the first quarter. That one's up. That one looks good from here, and it is good. So with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1, Mustangs out in front, 27-8.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
4 for 4, 149.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
All right, we are back. 27-8. Just over a minute to go in quarter number 1 for Missouri Valley. Zwickel going to get a leg cramp here. He's done a lot of kicking through the first 11 minutes of this game, and he's about to kick off again and squibs it on the ground. It bounces to Manzo. Manzo picks it up on a kind of a jumble at the 20-yard line. Good coverage as Manzo gets up to the 34-yard line. So Missouri Valley will start over at their own 34-yard line, trying to shake the cobwebs. It's been a lot of big plays for the Mustangs, and at this point, the mistakes that doomed both teams last year, it's just kind of been Missouri Valley putting it on the ground.
Yeah, Manzo's only carried the ball 4 times so far, and he carried it up around 30 times against us last season, so you expect Missouri Valley to start giving him the ball a lot.
And they're right on cue. Manzo gets it on the left side, kind of an off-tackle play, picks up about 5 yards, so they're going to step back, say at a 4-yard gain. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 6. And, I mean, that's kind of was their bread and butter last year, all year, not just our game. It was Manzo left, Manzo right, Manzo up the middle, sprinkle in a little Ben Hansen and Cole Staska, but that's pretty much it was the Manzo show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he ran it almost 200 times last year for over 1,200 yards. So you can expect him to carry the ball a lot the rest of this game.
And Manzo up the middle. That time broke a few arm tackles for the Mustangs. That's going to be a first down. Gain of about 8 yards on the play, maybe 9. And first down, maybe you start to feel that drive coming on as we're getting towards the end of that first quarter. With just 22 seconds and counting, they don't have to run another play here, but you think maybe down 19, there may be a little urgency at the moment, but we will not have another play. So it'll be 1st and 10. We'll flip sides. It'll be 1st and 10 Missouri Valley at their own 46-yard line. When we come back, a wonderful first quarter for the Mustangs as they drop 27 on the Big Reds.
Looking for a new home or acreage just minutes from the Omaha metro area? Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973. We look forward to meeting all of your real estate needs: residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Contact us today at 712-527-3114 or visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Missouri Valley. They started the second quarter a little bit earlier than I was anticipating, but I don't think you missed anything because they gained 5 yards, but I think it's coming back, Coach.
Yeah, I think it's going to be holding. Blake Harold had gotten inside of his guy and got taken down to the ground. So
good eye. Spot on week one.
Yeah. Something. Brody, can you shut the door again? You got that little glare for a little bit longer. We're talking about a glare. We're literally in a box with a window in front of us, and the sun is directly behind us in the door. So we have to shut the door so you guys can see the game. So we're taking one for the team, sweating it out here.
And Hansen in motion. He gets the handoff on the right side, and there's just no going right here on those motions. Handing it to the motion back, as that was Blake Harold and company at that joker position on the left side of the defense. Just no room to run on those jet sweep actions.
Yeah, again, just like we've been saying, running east and west is not going to be very successful for this Missouri Valley team.
And it's not poking at Missouri Valley or saying they're not good or they're good or whatever, but they kind of run about 5 or 6 plays, which if you run them well, doesn't matter. But if you get them scouted, that's kind of their bread and butter.
Yeah, and as long as our DNs stay at home, we've got some good things. 2 guys in motion there, not called.
Yes, correct. Radke gets the ball again on that right side, and he maybe picked up a yard or 2. It's hard to run to the outside on the short side of the field when you got a team that's got some wheels. And the Mustangs, they're playing like their hair's on fire right now through the first quarter and change.
Yeah, and obviously you look up the scoreboard and you're up 27-6 or 27-8, and that definitely helps the defense feel confident in what they're trying to do.
So third and an obvious passing situation, empty backfield. You got trips receivers over here, and now you got the bump over, and Lager in trouble early, and he ends up going down. They're going to probably credit that sack to See the number there, 58. That'd be Labrum, I believe, but he was pressured early by Harold from that left side.
Yeah, Harold goes right around the end unblocked and forces Lager up in the pocket, and then he gains a couple yards here, but forces a fourth down and really long in a punting situation for Missouri Valley.
Yes, thanks for correcting me there. I said credit that sack. It was not a sack. It was a gain of a couple there. So fourth down and long. Tough snap, punts away, and it's a sideways punt. It's your basic 12-yard punt there as that goes out of bounds at midfield. 12 might have been generous.
Yeah, really good fair catch over there by Coach Roberts leading up the defense. And that punt goes about 10 yards, and the Mustangs will take over right around midfield.
It's just kind of a football, any sport, but football especially with 11 guys on each side, the ball, everybody's moving, trying to really just collide with each other. Collision sport, games of inches, plays just a matter of leverage. It seems like just right now things are just falling Mustang way instead of last year. Everything kind of fell against the Mustangs. So it's a nice turn of events so far. As Scammon in the pistol, and he'll hand it off to Gardner. Had a little bit of traffic in the backfield, but just keeps churning those legs, picks up about 5 yards. Productive first down run there.
Yeah, a really patient run there. He kind of had to let traffic clear in front of him and then put his head down and gained 5 yards.
So it's one of those things with the zone blocking is you can't just go right to the hole right now. You do have to be patient and let it develop, and the hole may not be where you think it is. You may have to cut back or bounce it out. As a really good, as you said, patient run. You got to have zone feet. You know, that's what we always tell our running backs, have zone feet. You can't have man feet. You got to sidestep and roll, and he did a really good job there. Second down and 5, Scammon in the pistol, and fakes the handoff to Gardner. Scammon on the rollout to Harold, makes the catch at the 40, spins away down to the 25-yard line. We'll call him down at the 24. So from the 44,
20 yards.
So 20-yard catch and run. It's really nice as a quarterback when you can throw it about 4 yards and get a 20-yard completion. But Blake Harold will do that sometimes. Really good pitch and catch.
Yeah, the same play that they ran for him earlier, just that fake, and then spin out by Scammon. Just roll out until you see Harold come open, coming across the field. Everybody else is clearing out for him, and then hit your big target there.
Got a bunch set here on the left side. 3 receivers bunched up there, and they're going to pitch it out on a quick pitch to Gardner. He gets to the second level. Again, that tough run and falling forward. 6-yard gain, maybe even a 7-yard. We'll call it 6. Looks like 6 to me.
Yeah, the same play that they ran on the 2-point or on the touchdown run down here at the other end of the field. Just kind of you have your strength to one side. You have more guys on that side than everybody else. And just run out there. And, again, just kind of a patient run. He let his blocks happen in front of him, and then he just has to beat one guy to gain some yards.
You know, if you let Richardson out there, it's the pin and pull. You know, your wide receivers are pinning in, and he's pulling. Let him get somebody, and he might be dancing in the end zone. First or second down and 4, Gardner gets it, bounces it to the left, and that's going to be close to a first down. Looks like a little short, picked up about 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 at the 14-yard line. And, again, just kind of that Vince Lombardi approach on this drive, matriculating the ball. No, that wasn't Vince Lombardi. That was old Chiefs coach. Somebody help me on the...
I can't even say that word, so...
Matriculate?
Who said it?
Just matriculate the ball down the field. Who was that guy? Who was the old Chiefs coach? Anyways, 3rd down and a yard. It's week 1.
It is.
Hank Stram. Bam!
Boom.
Nailed it. 3rd down and a yard, power formation, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and that is a fumble, and it's fortunate right there for, it looked like a power bootleg there, really, but fortunate for the Mustangs. That ball went out of bounds, so they have an opportunity to try to salvage something out of this.
Yeah, Scammon trying to pull behind Gardner and Zane McManus in there as the 2 blocking backs trying to roll out there and gain that 1 yard, and Missouri Valley not blocked on the edge and were able to get into the backfield and cause a big loss.
Boy, hindsight, really, quarterback sneak looks good. On something like that.
Fullback dive,
yeah.
Any of those, yeah.
So now you're at a 4th and 10. This is Blake Harold territory, 1-on-1. He'll be one-on-one, and we're going to have a timeout. Looks like timeout Shenandoah again, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back with 6:40 to go until halftime. Mustangs with a critical 4th down here coming up.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Welcome back into Missouri Valley, 4th down and 10. We want to thank again all of our listeners who are texting and letting us know. We had Adam Vandervliet with a Hank Stram. I said it before he texted, but I appreciate the effort nonetheless. And then we're getting some messages about our bang-up camera work. It's week 1. Give them a break. We love the interactive experience. Keep it coming. 4th and 10. Here we go. Roll out to the right. Scammon looking to scramble, and he is cut down right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a yard there. Not going to get it done. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Missouri Valley needed that stop. I mean, you're talking about to go down by 4 scores. Big stop for the Big Reds.
Yeah, absolutely. And, maybe just be a little bit more patient there. He turned it up a little bit too early. I couldn't see. Again, we're in a small little box. I can't see the secondary there. But I'm guessing if he would have waited maybe a second or two longer, somebody might have came open or had a shot at somebody coming across.
And it's never a bad idea to throw it to 10.
Right.
And play action pass by Lager. He'll throw it deep on the right side. That ball's tipped up in the air and almost intercepted by Sample. It's kind of the same type of plays that they've been running, the flat and flag concepts. We're just not getting guys over there. Fortunate that Cullen was able to get over there quickly.
Yeah, Sample just looked a little timid there. He was in the right place, maybe just didn't break on the ball, but he did get a hand on it to break it up a little bit. So again, there was guys open in the flat. They went deeper, and so good play by the defense to recover.
So 2nd down and 10, a little fake to Manzo, and Lager picks up just about 2 yards. And that was, I feel like I got the wrong name. Oh, yeah, John Mass. I've been saying the wrong name. John, I can't see the number. It's John Mass is the quarterback. It's not Brody Lager.
I think he changed numbers.
Well, that's number 2 is the quarterback for Missouri Valley. That's going to be a 3rd and 8. I mean, hey, if you see it, you got better. I got glasses. You don't. You got perfect vision.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 8.
I think he changed numbers. We'll check it after.
But
there's no number 4 on the sideline. So.
Sprint out, and Mass goes down at the 31. He's just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a yard. Decision time for the Big Reds. You're on your own side of the field, but it's a manageable yard. What do you do here? Put coach's shoes on, coach. You going for it here down by 19?
I mean, they do power run enough that they can do this. I think, and you have a quarterback who has played before, if that is Lager, who can run the ball and get it up the field. So
that is John Mass.
Have they been saying
yes.
That? Oh. So I've got good eyes. You have good ears.
Brody opened the windows. That's helpful. So they are going for it. 4th down, trying to get Shenandoah to draw offside, get them drawn offside. Didn't work. Timeout now for Missouri Valley. We will take a short break. All this craziness in the booth, we need to just decompress a little bit. We'll be back in 30.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time. At Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
4th down and 1 play happened, and Manzo did pick it up. I apologize to all you diehards out there that missed it. Paying the bills is more important at the beginning of the game sometimes than getting in on time, even though I got to be a better people person than that, Coach. I'm sorry about that. 1st and 10 anyways, Big Reds with John Mass at quarterback. This Brody Lager experiment that I thought was going on is not happening.
Evidently.
So Mass in the backfield, he takes it on a quarterback keeper, design quarterback keeper. He gets stood up and breaks the tackle, and Shaw pulls him down after a gain of 12. That was a broken tackle by, was Bo Gardner trying to bring him down, and he just kind of threw Gardner off there after about a gain of a yard, picked up another 10 yards after contact.
Yeah, kind of chest to chest with Gardner, and Gardner wasn't able to bring him down, and Manzo's able to break it free. But again, got guys in the right place, just get the takedown, right? So not a terrible play, good learning experience as we move forward.
So 1st and 10 now at the 45, and the handoff going from right to left, no going inside again as Manzo stood up at the line of scrimmage. We kind of thought going into today's game, and it still may turn out this way, but we thought it was going to be the Manzo show, and Mustangs have done a phenomenal job to this point of bottling up number 1.
Yeah, and that time Bo Gardner does get in on the tackle, does a good job of getting into the backfield and creating a pile as he comes off for play, and McManus comes back in on defense for the Mustangs.
So 3:30 to go until halftime. We have 2 men in motion for the Big Reds as Hansen was in motion, but the receiver there on the far side, the grass monster, the turf monster kind of jumped up and bit him, and he fell over. There's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Brings up 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, which is a good thing for the Mustangs. They can pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. But also, we've got to see better play out of our secondary, recognizing where receivers are running.
So 2nd down now, 15. We got trips receivers over to that far side and just 2 defenders over there essentially defending them. And that is not going to go well, but they fake it to Manzo with just 2 receivers now. Throw it into the flat late, and that was danger time. That was number 27. Is that Ethan now?
We now believe that's Dalton Ethan as he's changed numbers from 54 to 27.
I think they're doing it just to mess with us. I really do.
Yeah. Well, we're a long way. Like at home, we're a lot closer to the field. We are kind of a long ways from the field here.
But Ethan was 54.
He was.
And then we saw a jersey change, wardrobe malfunction, something. So we're pretty sure that's the case there. But he nearly had a pick 6 there on a good read and a poorly timed throw there by Mass. So 3rd down, 15, motion over to the near side, got a flood pattern. Mass had an open receiver, chose to tuck it and run. Probably a pretty good decision. He gets out to midfield. That's a really good spot. They're going to give him up to about the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3. You know they're going to go for it here. But pretty good decision there by Mass to just tuck it and run.
Yeah, absolutely great decision by him to kind of just go for it. Didn't think anybody was going to be open on that far side, and so he turned around and ran back this direction towards us.
So we got a 4th down, 3 yards to go, just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Twin receivers to the far side. Got kind of a wing back here on the near side, and we're going to get another stoppage in play here. Missouri Valley calling their 2nd timeout. Both teams will have 1 timeout down the stretch. Coach, we'll step aside for just 30 seconds. We missed the last 4th down. I'm not going to let you make me miss the next one. That wasn't your fault. That was my fault. We'll be right back.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Well, I'm not going to be a liar. I said we'd be back in 30, and, Coach, we're back in 30-ish. 4th and 3. Game plan here, if you're the Mustangs, are we protecting the wide, since that's where they've been going, or are we thinking up the middle here?
I think they're going to either give it to Manzo or fake it to Manzo, and the quarterback is going to take it around the edge.
And we got motion by Radke, and then we got a quarterback sweep by Mass, and he's got a convoy of blockers. He picks up about 8 yards, first down. Really good kind of a play design there. Use the wide side of the field. Use Manzo as the extra blocker. Anytime you have design quarterback run, there's a numbers advantage there for the offense, and that time paid off for the Big Reds.
Yeah, they used the guy in motion and then had Manzo out blocking on the edge too, so kind of set the edge and are able to get those 3 yards for the first down.
And handoff to Manzo, trying to get to the outside, but they're doing a good job of cutting that corner off, and then he just had nowhere to go up the middle with Blake Harold. It seems like tonight Harold's lining up opposite Manzo in the backfield. So Manzo was on the right of the quarterback, so Harold was on the left of the quarterback. Just he's going to be eyeing Manzo all night. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, and he does a fantastic job of recognizing that he just needs to hold up the edge, and then the interior guys have a chance to get him.
So 2nd down and 9, fake to Manzo, nobody in the flat, and there is a really good stick over there by Sample. But again, that flat coverage tonight has been absolutely non-existent for the Mustangs, something they got to get cleaned up at halftime.
Yeah, it's just something where they're making sure nobody gets over the top of them, but Missouri Valley's just running those little unders, little out route there for a first down, or for a good pickup to set up a short 3rd down play.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 2, you got to figure, like you said, kind of Manzo, quarterback run type situation. And it's Manzo up the middle to the left side, and he picked up a couple. Depends on the spot. The near side officials coming in at the 32.5-yard line, or 28.5-yard line. He's given the go-ahead. So that's a first down. That's a homer call right there. And again, good time-consuming drive for Missouri Valley, too, because you don't want to give the ball back to Shenandoah, who's been so dynamic offensively. We're at a minute 20, and a 1st and 10 now. Mass off into the flat again, and fortunate for the Mustangs as there was a little bit better coverage, but still wide open receivers running around in the flats and in that flag route area all first half.
Yeah, I feel like you just talked about Blake Harold lining up opposite Manzo. He's doing a really good job of containing his edge. Now we got to make sure that the other edge is taken care of too. I feel like we're kind of collapsing down a little bit too fast.
So Manzo's on the left of the quarterback. If everybody looks, now Harold's on the right of the quarterback. And they're going to go away from Harold to Mass on this left side. Like you said, got to seal that edge opposite Harold. And that ends up being a big play and a first down. It's kind of – football is a violent game and it's physical, but it's chess. You know, it's chess. What are you doing? How can I counter it? Missouri Valley, seeing what Shenandoah is doing with Harold, they're running away from it.
Right.
And now a first down. You've got the flag open and the flat open. And Sample tried with the hit stick there, and he bounced off. That's going to be a 1st and goal. And Mass had both receivers over there on that side. He had a touchdown or that 1st and goal play, and he took that easy pass and got to get that short up. Clock running, 40 seconds and counting here. It's really hard for us to see it. So if you see my head in the picture, I apologize. Maybe I'll have Brody be my eyes on the camera. So 1st and goal, handoff to Manzo. Manzo tries to bounce it outside. Nothing doing there. Down at about the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal. And the officials stopped. Did they blow the whistle there? Called timeout?
Called timeout. Yeah.
Okay. So timeout. We'll stay here. Missouri Valley calls that timeout. Coach, you've got, Brody, how much time's left? 28 seconds left. If you're Shenandoah, you only got one timeout left, so you're not really looking to get the ball back, drive down the field, and score. It's all about, in this timeout, get the stop, right?
Right. And so Ray and Manzo, they're on first down, guaranteed that they're going to roll out to the right side here and with the little out routes that they've been running. So make sure that we have defenders over there that are going to be cutting those routes off as they go to the far sideline.
Yeah, they're really not using the short side on the rollouts. They run Manzo to this left side, so that gives you that right-handed quarterback the right-handed field. So you got a little more room for that run-pass option, and that's where they're getting them. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Harold here if they're starting to notice that, so they flip him for this play. It'll be interesting.
Right. Can he get in his face versus chasing him down?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, because it's just, like I said, it just kind of seems like he's going opposite Manzo because Manzo ain't beating us. So now you got the quarterback going. So, again, Manzo on the left of the quarterback, Harold on the right of the quarterback. We'll see if Manzo gets the ball here. It's quarterback sweep to the left, and quarterback's down. Good play down at the 4-yard line. Clock ticking, Brody. What's the time? Tick, 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 tick. 18 seconds. They got to clock it or run a play. We got 9 seconds left. Mass throws the ball up into the corner, and it is dropped in the end zone. Pretty good coverage that time, but it was man-to-man that time.
Yeah, and it was really good job by Blake Harold getting in the backfield and getting his big frame in front of the quarterback that had to throw it way up in the air to set up fourth down here.
So now fourth down, they're not going to kick a field goal because we had talked in the car ride. They didn't go for an extra point or make a kick all year last year.
Right.
So this is going to be this could be the last play of the first half, barring a penalty. How much time's left now? 5 seconds. You got to figure a pass.
Sweep right under.
Quarterback option to run.
Just trying to read what the coach's hand signals were going. We definitely are going to go. We're definitely going sweep right.
And Mass gets it, throws the ball up into the corner. That's tipped around and looks like intercepted in the end zone. I can't get the number there. That Sample?
Yep.
Sample, have a first half, young man. Fumble recovery for a touchdown to start the game. Interception in the end zone to end the first half. Welcome to Shenandoah. We appreciate your service. We're going to step aside. We're going to put her on mute, folks. It is 27-8. Shenandoah out on top for halftime. And we will see you in about 15 minutes on the Fuller Digital Solutions KMA YouTube live stream. We are back here in Missouri Valley, 27-8. The score at the moment. Coach, maybe give us a little rundown of what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, I'll just give you our stats from the first half here. Cole Scammon, 5 for 6 for 171 yards passing. That's a good start for him to start the season here. He also rushed the ball three times for -4 yards, so we won't count that. Bo Gardner, he's carried the ball. How many times did I say he carried? 9 times for 17 yards. He did take that one big loss when we lost the snap back there for 16 yards, the 16-yard loss, but otherwise he's had a nice, solid first half. Brody Cullen, 2 catches for 85 yards and the big 69-yard touchdown to open the game. And then Blake Harold, 2 catches for 33 yards. And then the one big catch from Jade Spengler, the 53-yard touchdown catch in the second quarter. So very good first half by the Shenandoah offense. Moved the ball, kept the ball moving. Now it's just a matter of continuing to play solid defense and continue to move the ball in the second half, put some drives together, and continue to put points up on the board.
Yeah, 4 quarters of football, right? Games aren't won with just 2. They're won with all 4, and we clearly have the advantage in those first 2, but it's finishing the deal with that running game and valuing the football, which I know that's something Coach Ratliff has talked with those kids about a lot and really preached that, valuing the ball. And defensively, we haven't really touched on that, but we got just a few minutes here before we get going. But defensively, very impressive, the rallying to the ball and the ball hawking with interceptions and scoop and scores and fumble recoveries. Really, really impressed with the defensive effort so far, other than that little caveat is the pass coverage on the flats and on the deep outs.
Right. And we're going to change the interception to in the first half. We're going to give credit to Dalton Nathan, the people that were standing down on the sideline a lot closer than us from up here. Say it was Dalton Nathan.
Congratulations, Dalton.
Yeah, so we're going to give Dalton Nathan that interception. And then, obviously, Blake Harold had the fumble recovery along with Gage Staples' fumble recovery for
the scoop and score.
The scoop and score to start the scoring off. So, solid first half by the Mustang defense as well.
So we're ready to rock and roll here in the second half. Kind of a little squib kick, and that's actually a really good catch in there by Zane McManus, kind of laying out for a no gain, but it was pretty impressive. He'll watch that back with his dad. Said, "Dad, you see this? That was pretty awesome."
Look at my athletic ability catching the ball, moving to my right.
Tell you what, his dad was a guard in high school. He was about 155 pounds soaking wet, and we would run a guard around play where we'd hand it to him. He'd turn around, we'd hand him the ball, everybody'd go to the right. He'd wait 3 seconds, he'd go to the left, and he'd score touchdowns. Like legit, real deal.
You got that on tape?
Jared McManus.
I want to see that play.
Absolutely.
We could put that into our tackle football team in 5th and 6th grade.
First down handoff to Bo Gardner, 4-yard gain. A shameless plug of Jared McManus there, but that was he had no business being a guard other than he was tough. He was tough because he was an 800 runner in high school. But, boy, he could sure run the guard around for 60, 70 yards once a game. We always ran it once a game.
He would break it every time.
Pretty much. Pretty much every time. There was times when he didn't go anywhere, but if it worked, it worked for a touchdown.
Went to the house.
Yeah. Second down and 6. The handoff to Gardner again on the right side. He gets the edge. He's to the outside. He's to midfield. Look at the speed Gardner has. He's to the 20, and he's drugged down from behind at the 15. Big run for Bo Gardner. Probably longest run of the career there. A 50-yard run right on the button for the senior running back who swerved us all. He's not 22 this year. He's number 40, and he's running like a totally different guy.
Well, we actually took pictures last week, and he was wearing 22. He said it was a little bit tight. These are new jerseys.
Okay, so the snug.
Yeah,
snug.
Little snug, and so maybe that's why we went to the different number.
It's all that weightlifting in the off season.
He is there every morning at 6:15.
So we are first down and 10 at the 14. Gardner gets it again, going to the left. He's going to lose about a yard there, maybe blowing a little gas here after that 50-yard scamper. Didn't quite have the juice on that run.
And it wasn't blocked quite as well. Had to take on 2 guys instead of just having to beat 1 to get out into the open. But 2 good carries start the second half for Gardner, and the Mustangs are down inside the red zone.
Yeah, you said he had, 19 yards at halftime? Or 29?
17. 9
17.
carries for 17 yards.
So he's
in
at
the first half.
70-plus yards right now on the day. That's a great first 2+ quarters. And the second down is a play fake. He's got a man wide open in the flat, and he takes him just inside, threw it inside, and we also had the post with this little slant out. We had them both.
Yeah, Blake Harold, he was like, whoa, hey, I'm wide open. He was open out in the flat early. If Scammon would have just turned his eyes back to Harold, Harold would have walked into the end zone. Nobody was on him, flowing across the middle of the field.
Pass coverage for both teams to this point it's left a lot to be desired. That's a hard thing in high school to get nailed down. So 3rd down now and 11. Scammon drops back. He's going to float the ball into the flat, and that's McManus with the catch. He's going to fight for the first down. 13-yard gain. Really good play. Tough running, just like old Pops.
He got his hands warmed up on the kick receiving, right? He's ready to catch it. Goes out there in the little swing route and takes a big gain down there to the goal line.
He doesn't make that catch if he doesn't show off the skills. Coaches were like, hey, do you see that?
Let's throw that guy the ball.
Let's give him the ball. Good for him. First catch as a Mustang at the high school level. So 1st and goal, we are at the, looks like 4-yard line here. Going to have single receivers to each side, I formation. And the ball's handed to the fullback, Gardner. A little push from behind by Dickerson. And they're going to say he's just short, it looks like, by about a yard. So pickup of about 3. It's going to set up a 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Mustangs really trying to stretch that lead here.
That was McManus behind him, dotting the I there.
Not Dickerson, it was McManus. The numbers,
It is hard to see.
So that's McManus in the backfield right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He's dotting the I here.
Gotcha. And a little quarterback sneak, and fortunately, there was a whistle there. I mean, we might lose 5 yards, but we don't lose the ball.
Yeah, we were not. I think that was as soon as you feel me touch you, give me the ball, and not everybody was set. So
yeah, just a little inexperience there. You know, make sure everybody's set before you go. It looked like it was going to be a sneak there.
Yeah.
So still 4 downs to get 6 yards here. It's not the end of the world. But you are where you are. It would have been nice to be at the 1, but we're at the 6. So we've got probably a different play call, and they're probably not going to sneak it from the 6. But maybe you will. I don't know.
Seen Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like, I'm guessing, a pitch to this left side here. We got that bunch formation. There's your pitch. And Gardner's going to bounce it back inside. Picked up a couple yards. That's pretty good, Coach. I nailed that.
That was kind of a formation giveaway.
Yeah, that was back in the day. We'd call that we'd BTF, blitz the formation. If we see that formation, we're blitzing to stop that play.
Yeah.
So 3rd and goal at the 4. We've run the toss. We've run an ISO. Is it Blake Harold time, or do we still try to pound it 2 more plays?
Yeah, I think you go ahead and roll out and try to hit Harold coming across the middle here. Gardner's going to lead block here to the left side.
And Gardner gets the ball. He's pushing and fighting. He's going to get half of it. He's down at about the 2-yard line. This has been tough sledding, just like a couple of possessions ago back in the 2nd quarter. It was kind of tough sledding, and Missouri Valley won that battle. We won the first battle in the trenches. They won the 2nd. It's the 3rd time here. Now you're 4th and goal to 2. It's go big or go home right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this might be a lead play. Gardner in at fullback. We'll see what happens here. See what formation we come out in.
Looks like pistol formation here. Offset. That bunch formation, there's your pitch, and Gardner can't quite get in there. He is down at about right about the line of scrimmage. But like you said, formational tendencies. You saw that bunched formation. We got him on it a couple of times there in the first, but give credit to Missouri Valley staying in this ball game with 6:52 to go. Worst case scenario, we've chewed up a lot of clock with a 19-point lead.
It did eat up a lot of clock there on that possession, eat up about half of this third quarter, and then make Missouri Valley start from their own end zone as a run-heavy offense.
So now 98 yards from pay dirt, 1st and 10. Mass with the ball, handing it up to Manzo. Manzo, that time, he wasn't dancing around as much. He got north and south a little quicker, picked up about 4 yards, and that'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Big Reds.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be a change that Missouri Valley is going to make at halftime. Say, hey, Manzo needs to get the ball and he needs to get up the field through the middle versus running to the edges.
So 2nd down and about 6. Twin receivers to the far side of the field. And handoff back to Manzo, pulling guard, but there's Blake Harold again, and he didn't make the tackle, but he made the play. You know, he didn't make the tackle, but he made the play, and it's been that way all game. He's opposite Manzo. Manzo cannot get outside tonight.
Yeah, Blake Harold had him in the backfield. He just needed a little bit of help from his teammates, but he did push him into the backfield for sure, and then we're going to come up with, nope, they're not even going to measure. They're going to just give him the 1st down, moving the ball out to the 12-yard line and giving the Big Red the first down.
So 1st and 10. They get the ball out into the shadow of their own end zone at the 12-yard line. Clock's ticking, about 6 minutes, right, Brody? 5:45. Manzo gets the handoff, following his pulling guard, cuts the ball inside, and really good stop. They blew the whistle. I believe they said he was down, but Harold came up and got him from behind with some pretty good physicality there. The ground may have caused the fumble, but regardless, 10-yard gain, 1st down, good pursuit, but starting to figure it out maybe Missouri Valley.
Yeah, again, they're double teaming the end opposite Harold and trying to run away from him. And so it's just a matter of now linebackers and defensive backs coming up and filling the gap.
And there's your motion, and there's Radke going to the far side. He cuts inside, doesn't go outside. It's been that it's kind of been that way here on this drive. We have talked about it the whole first half. Shenandoah is not letting Missouri Valley get outside. These plays are designed to get out there, and these backs, you can see they're stutter-stepping and getting north and south now in this third quarter, and now the lanes are starting to get there.
Yeah, forget running outside, turn it upfield and see what happens going straight south here, and it's turned into a couple good runs for Manzo on back-to-back plays. Oh, that's a false start.
Well, that was Radke on the last play. It's okay.
Either way,
I was saying Lager was quarterback for Missouri Valley for a quarter and a half. So you're all right. First game. Our interactive crowd watching at home, they've missed us so much. They're happy that we're back. Plus the football has also been very good. So everybody's chirping at us.
Yeah, just so you know, we don't practice.
Can you tell? This is the first time we've been in the same room together for a while. And another false start, but no flag. Mass gets the ball, and he gets around the outside. And fortunate for the Mustangs there, because we were not prepared, because it really looked like there was about 4 guys that started too soon. A really tough break there for the Mustangs, but again, fortunate he didn't bust it all the way there.
Yeah, absolutely, because it was definitely a false start by the offensive line. So now the Mustangs, as we start to get closer to midfield, need to pin their ears back like they did in the first half and really go hard to fill these gaps.
Second down, 1 yard to go. Manzo goes up the middle, gets the first down. He's going to break away, cuts back to the backside, and now it's a foot race between Manzo and it looks like that was Foster who kind of initially got him and then was finished off by Shaw down at about the 5-yard line. Really good hustle in there by Foster to at least slow Manzo up, but it's that whole first half, round peg, square hole, Missouri Valley just trying to force it out there, and it's just not there. This whole drive, the 90 yards that they've been going, it's pushing the outside and then cutting back.
Yeah, so now the question is our linebackers over pursuing maybe?
Yeah.
Right? The ends are doing their job. Now we got to get the interior linebackers to do their job.
First and goal, ball at about the 7-yard line. Mastis with the quarterback keeper. He's got the edge, and he's got the touchdown. So an absolutely outstanding drive, 98 yards, and we started that drive with 6:52, so they went in just 3 minutes and 1 second, 98 yards, all running plays, and very impressive drive, good adjustments by the Missouri Valley coaching staff, and now it's that punch-counter punch here in the second half. Shenandoah needs to respond here. And Manzo in the Wildcat takes the direct snap. He gets hit right at the line. Did he make it in? Late call, and they say he does make it in. So 27-16 the score with 3:51 to go in quarter number 3. We will step aside. Missouri Valley making it closer, down by just 11.
Green Plains is transforming. In addition to being a first-class biofuels producer, we are now a leading ag tech company, producing high-quality feed ingredients for dairy, poultry, swine, pet food, and aquaculture. At our Aqua Lab, we are conducting research to produce the best ingredients for our optimal aquafeed products. Green Plains is expanding in every way. If you're interested in being a part of this journey with us, check out our website for our latest job opportunities.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We are back here in Missouri Valley, 27-16. It's Foster back for Shenandoah. A little pooch kick to Shaw. Shaw lets it bounce. It goes to Foster, who nearly stepped out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Makes a couple of guys miss, and that's a lot of work for a 1-yard return. Just a freshman, correct?
Yeah.
These kick returns, you're going to learn real quick. You make that one cut and you get upfield.
Yeah, just get upfield. Obviously, the field looks a lot more wide open in an
Correct.
8th grade football game than
Yep.
it's going to look in a
Yep.
varsity game, right?
Yep.
Just get upfield and get whatever you can.
But you held onto the ball. You didn't let it stay in bounds and become a turnover. There's a lot of positives on that deal, but you're starting out at the 19-yard line. Worst field position of the night for Shenandoah. Not terrible field position, but we've started our drives really, really far up there as far as the field goes. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 20 or at the 19. Got to go 81 yards to find pay dirt. As a little confusion with the formation. About 5 seconds on the play clock. Scammon is going to get the play off. The ball handed off to Gardner up the middle. Good physical run. It's going to pick up about 4 yards. So you don't have to have the home runs. We were kind of talking at halftime off the air where, we had that big lead, but we really only had like one sustained drive. As there's a timeout on the field for an injured Mustang, we'll stay here for just a minute as we check in on who that is. Is that Richardson there?
I think that's Gardner.
Was that Bo?
Yeah.
It looks like Bo. Looks like he's getting up to his feet. So hopefully he's okay. Maybe got a stinger there. Kind of looks like he's favoring the elbow or the shoulder. But we had talked, just the one sustained drive. We had a couple really big plays, big plays, 50, 60-yard plays, and then the scoop and score. But just that one sustained drive had that going. That last drive just couldn't finish. And, that's a good sign. The big plays are nice, but when they're not there, the 4 or 5 yards, that matriculating the ball, the Hank Stram, that's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to finish that last drive, and you feel a lot different.
Sure.
So now we got to put a drive together again, answer back on the Big Red score.
Well, we always like the home runs. Home runs are, what did Greg Maddox and Tom Glavine say? Chicks dig the long ball, right? They like the home run, but singles and doubles are good too. As Scammon scrambles out to the right, low throw to Harold. He had one-on-one coverage, and he had a step. Just a little bit of a low throw there. Hard to, as a former quarterback coach eons ago, it's hard to teach a young kid scrambling either way to throw it downhill. When you're Scammon or anybody and you're drifting to the right and trying to throw it vertically, usually you're end up going to sail it or you're going to leave it short.
Yeah, and that time he left it short,
Yeah.
and again, just part of the learning process, right?
Yep, and it we'll get there, absolutely. So looks like a screen's getting set up, and the screen is there. That is caught, and that's going to be a first down and more as number 30. Is that number correct in your programs?
That's Jaden Dickerson.
Okay. All right, we had that there. In the first half. So Dickerson with his first catch as Mustang at the high school, the varsity level, correct?
Second.
He didn't have a catch. Yeah, he didn't have a catch. So he gets his first catch, and substituting in for Gardner, it's nice to have some pieces. You know, that's something Coach Ratliff talked to me about the other day. I'm sure he's talked with you too, working at the school. If he feels like he's got some extra pieces that maybe he didn't have last year, some depth pieces, and Dickerson and McManus, good examples of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just finding different guys that can carry the ball or move the ball forward for the Mustang offense.
And Dickerson gets hit right in the backfield. Really good play by the defense. Kind of a play just didn't have a lot of good timing as far as offensively. You got a couple of different subs in the ball game in that time with the motion and maybe some different guys in there. Just wasn't synced up real well.
Yeah, different guy in the backfield. That's where Gardner has been taking all the carries, and so Dickerson gets the carry back there, and the timing was off. But again, we still have to block up front. He shouldn't be getting hit in the background.
Yeah, it was pretty well right away. Looks like the injured Big Reds player. Looks like number 5. I can't see their. I can't see. Is it 5?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm sorry for those of you at home. I'm not that blind. My glasses are prescription, so I can see a little bit. That's Riley Radke that's kind of hobbling off the field. Looks like he's all right. And we have yet to see Gardner come back into the game, I believe. I believe he's still on the sideline. Yep, he's still. I can see him over there right now talking with the trainer. I think they're checking the shoulders. Looks like I can see that from here. But their numbers from Missouri Valley I cannot see. So second down and about 13. Scammon drops back, and the little tunnel screen to Blake Harold. He's got a lane. He's to the 40. The defensive lineman next year to the 20, to the 10, and down at the 7-yard line. That's a defensive lineman next year, Coach. You're running away from folks.
Yes. What is that, 63 yards, Brody? Is that right? Did I do my math right?
You got math class this year?
63 yards for Blake Harold down that right side, and just that little tunnel screen.
Yeah.
Just get him open, let him be in space, and run really fast.
It's those big plays, those home runs. We love the home runs, but having those sustainability plays, and now we got to capitalize, like you said, finish the drive. You are first down and goal. Knocking on the door, trying to get back up by 3 scores. I formation. Looks like McManus dotting the I here. Handoff is to McManus. He gets hit right at the line. Picked up about yard and a half. I'm absolutely good with the power. I'm fine with that, but that's been kind of round peg square hole tonight.
Yep.
Getting on the edges has been what we thought Missouri Valley was going to do, but that's been Shenandoah's bread and butter tonight, getting on the edges.
Right. We got a little speed out there, but obviously trying to play some power football. Dickerson leading the way through there for McManus. Zane's going to run hard and put his head down and try to gain some yards.
So second down and goal. Back in the I formation. There's was going to be a bootleg and just outstanding penetration. And I can't see that number.
That's
Is
number
that Ben
15.
Hansen?
That's 15.
Yeah, Ben Hansen. And last year he was in the backfield all the time. He was a really good blitzer last year against us. Timed up the snaps. did a really good job, and that time seemed like time to snap. By the time Scammon tried to roll out on that bootleg, arms were around him.
We're going to let the third quarter run out. Ooh, it's close. I think you have to run a play.
They're going to have to run a play. The play clock's at.
I think the refs are going to let them have it. Looks like they're picking the ball up. So
well,
we're going to move to
nice
the
of them.
fourth quarter.
So that third quarter went a lot faster than the first half. Didn't have as good a result in that third quarter as the first half for the Mustang fans, but we still have an 11-point lead and threatening. When we return for the start of the fourth quarter, Mustangs trying to get win number 1 in 2022, up 27-16. We'll be right back.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation, just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
We are back here in Shenandoah, just about to start quarter number 4. Your Mustangs are on top by 11. Big down here as we start the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal from the 7. You got to figure you're going to be putting the ball in the air here. It's touchdown or check down in this situation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got 3rd and long.
Well, could be a toss
11.
here. And a little, kind of a inside counter to Spangler, and Spangler fought up to the 5. We got an injured. It looks like maybe that's Martin down there, holding his calf like it's a cramp, down at about the 23, 24-yard line. It's not that hot, but it's Rystrom. It's not that hot, but it's humid. It's sticky. And we had a lot of cramps last year, first game of the year. It's about the first one I've seen. Coach, your thoughts? That's the first time I've said that this year. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't want Rystrom to be out of the game for too long, so hopefully it is just a cramp. Get that rubbed out as quickly as possible.
We talked about it during the break. I said they don't get it here, kick a field goal. We didn't try one all last year, to my knowledge. Extra points all day.
Right.
But field goals, no. And you said, when I agreed,
2 full scores.
2 full scores. So we're going to give it a go. Seth Zwickel on to attempt. Ball's probably going to be placed down at the, looks like the 15. So you're a 25-yard field goal straight on. It looks like pretty well straight on here. Looks like they're going to put the ball down on the 16, so we're going to go a 26-yarder here officially, unofficially. The kick is up, kick is down, kick is up, kick is good. So 14 points is now the deficit for the Big Reds. Seth Zwickel, Mr. Automatic, puts it through. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. When we return, Mustangs will have a 14-point lead.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
30-16. I promised that the Mustangs would be up by 14 when we came back And as you look at the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard, it's 14. So I have not been a liar at this point yet tonight, other than the Brody Lager situation, which is not entirely my fault because the jerseys are hard to read. And Brody didn't help me out in that. Coach, your thoughts on the second half? A little bit different than the first half. Not as many big plays, not as the splash plays and the scores, but it's been a lot more what we kind of thought the game was going to be initially, the drag-out fight.
Right, and ultimately, we've had the ball twice. They've had the ball once, which shortened the game somehow in the second half. Right, a lot of points were scored in the first quarter. It took a long time, and then third quarter we get 2 possessions for the Mustangs, 1 for the Big Red, and so now we see what kind of grinded out we get from both teams here in the fourth quarter.
So Zwickle set to kick off, and it's kind of a little squib kick. It's going to bounce around down at about the 13-yard line. Manzo makes one cut, tries to get upfield. Now he's reversing field at the 22, and he made another guy miss. Now he's getting north and south, and Manzo might go. Manzo's to the 45, to the 35. Shaw chases him down. Great speed and hustle by Shaw, but that's Manzo making something out of nothing there, taking it from his own 22, all the way down to the Mustang 22 on a back-breaking return.
Yeah, I think if you go back and watch the tackling on that play, a lot of guys just tried to lower their shoulder and hit him versus going and wrapping up or getting at his feet and chopping him down. So, again, something where you don't have your 11 best tacklers on the field necessarily on special teams, but it's something that you got to take some pride in. And go and chop their best running back down.
Do you say maybe, and we'll have a short time because we don't have a lot of time between plays, but you've got limited numbers. You're going to tackle because you got to tackle, but maybe you do a little less live tackling to avoid injuries. I think that may play a part in some of the missed tackles and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going through tackling drills here early in the season, though.
Yeah, no, and I understand that, but maybe you don't do as many, with 30 guys. With 30 guys on the team, you don't do as many because you don't want to have all those injuries.
Right, absolutely, and I totally get that. And so now it's just a matter of, hey, we got to wrap up and take care of business. Another freshman on the field right now, 25, Ethan Laughlin joins.
Is that Owen's brother?
Right.
Okay, all right. I'm getting it.
You got it.
Congratulations. Did he made a tackle?
No, he's just on the field.
Second down and 11, and they got the jet sweep to Hanson. Hanson tried to cut it upfield, and that time it was Jade Spangler puffing up like a robin as he walks back. Good play by Spangler.
Yeah, really good tackle there. He's actually made a couple really good tackles tonight. He's made a couple on special teams early in the game, and now he's made a couple here.
Have you ever seen a robin about ready to fight? They puff up their chest. Ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's slow days.
To take on my cat.
It's slow days at work sometimes. You see what you see. Third down, again, open in that flat flag area. Unfortunate for the Mustangs as that ball bounced right between the 1 and the 5.
Yeah, and Blake Harold put a huge hit on Mass there as he released it. So brings up fourth down and 10. Again, Mustang needs to keep the ball in front of them, make sure they identify who are they playing? Are we playing zone, man? What are we doing? And know where receivers are, and then, again, get some pressure on Mass here in the backfield.
Yeah, so 4-down territory for Missouri Valley, so they are going to go for it down by 2 scores. We're going to have trip receivers here to this near side here, tight end and a wing back over to the far side. And you're going to go for the flag. Nobody home there. Pretty good coverage. No flag on the play. The ball sailed well over the head of the intended receiver. And that was Cole Scammon down there on the coverage. So pretty good job that time. They haven't really picked on Scammon a lot today. It's been the other side. But they did a pretty good job that time.
Yeah, that was really, really good defensive coverage there on that play by Scammon, taking away, knowing that they're probably going to go deep. We've done a better job of taking away the under here in the second half. Obviously, they ran the ball a little bit more, but that was good coverage by the Mustang defense, turnover on downs.
So now Mustangs ball, 1st and 10 with the lead, up 2 scores. Clock situation, 9:53 to go in the fourth quarter. And The snap and the handoff to Dickerson. Dickerson still fighting, really good, tough run by Dickerson. Stopped by a couple of Big Reds defenders and then fought his way for 7 yards. Really tough run for the sophomore.
Yeah, excellent run by Dickerson. 58, Ben Labrum is down on the field in the backfield for the Mustangs. And he's a kid that we weren't even sure if he was going to be able to go here in the first couple of weeks. So it was good to see him out here on the field here in week 1. So hopefully it's not too big of a deal, but that is the heavily taped ankle coming off a little bit of a broken leg at the end of the summer, so hopefully he's able to get up and walk that off.
Well, we'll step aside here for at least 30 seconds here as they tend to Labrum. Mustangs driving up by 14.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Welcome back into Maryville. Looks like Labrum made his way off the field, which is a good sign, especially like you said, coming off of pretty significant injury there. No carts, able to get up off on your own. Hopefully everything's good. We got 2nd down and 3 with the ball, clock on your side. This is that winning time, right?
Right. Keep pounding it forward, and every once in a while you might have to roll out and hit Harold coming across the field, or even get Spangler or Brody Cullen involved a little bit here as we move the ball down the field.
And I haven't seen it. Cullen's down here in the slot here, but we haven't had his number called too much here in this second half, so maybe we do get that. McManus in motion, handed off to Dickerson. Much better timing that time on that play. That's the same play that kind of got bogged down last drive. The timing wasn't there on the mesh point. A lot better that time. 1st down, gain of about 6 or 7 yards, and keeping the chains moving.
Yeah, McManus is supposed to come around the end and lead block there. And Dickerson, again, just a nice hard run. Keep grinding out these 3, 4, 5, 6 yard gains over and over and over again and wear down this Missouri Valley defense.
We're just about 9 minutes in the 4th quarter to go here. Again, Mustangs is kind of that Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. You don't have to look at it. We'd love for you to look at it, but if you don't want to, I'm telling you, it's 30 to 16. You're up by 2 scores. We're less than 9 minutes, 5 seconds and counting on the play clock. McManus in motion, another handoff up the middle to Dickerson. Dickerson, really good, tough run, vertical run there, power run, 12 yards, 1st down. Really like the backfield options that we have this year.
Yeah, I feel like that play, Missouri Valley's front 4 slanted the wrong direction, actually made it perfect for the play call, and we're just seeing the same play call over and over and over again here with McManus coming in motion. He's supposed to lead block. Dickerson follows him wherever the hole is. Really good run by Dickerson there, another 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now, ball near midfield at the 48-yard line. And that offset pistol formation. McManus in motion again, handoff to Dickerson again, gets vertical, picks up that 5 yards, and just methodically moving that ball down the field. Now in plus territory, 2nd and really good position right now. Just keep churning the ball.
Right. When you see this type of offense where you get the same play 4, 5, 6 times in a row, here's where the linebacker, he's going to cheat the play, and he's either going to blow him up or it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. You're guessing. You know, that formational tendencies like we talked about with like that bunch formation that we were running earlier. You see that motion, you're going right at it, and maybe you do get a counter off of it or a cutback, and you choose the wrong hole, and it's over. So here's that motion again, and there's your handoff again to Dickerson. Really good read, step through, and a 1st down, a gain of 7 yards. You know, not having Bo Gardner out there for this drive, you know, you hope he's okay. But as far as the backfield being in good hands tonight, Dickerson's doing a really good job.
Yeah, excellent job. You know, I don't know how many carries he had last year in JV, but I'm sure he carried it a few times in those JV games last year. So he knows what he's doing back there. This isn't like a position change type of guy. He's a guy that has carried the ball since he was younger, he's going to be able to take care of the ball.
So back to, again, 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. McManus in motion again, nearly fumbled that snap back there, but still able to get 1, 2, 3. Looks like three yards there. So on their worst play of the drive, still 3 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 3, 4, 5 yards over and over and over. McManus is probably going to get tired of going in motion here pretty soon because he's been a tailback his whole life. He just gets in the backfield and goes forward, and he's like, hey, can somebody else do this fake because I'm getting tired.
And speaking of getting tired, you're starting to see some of the Big Reds, that attrition, getting winded, getting pounded for basically 2 straight quarters, and then we're going to get a timeout called probably by the Big Reds to get some water, give them a break because they need the ball back.
Yeah, and it's good to see Ben Labram's back out on the field for the Mustangs up front, so that's good to see him back out on the field.
And it wasn't a timeout; it was a water break.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Well, we're running the clock again, but both teams got to go to their sideline.
All right.
So
Rystrom also back on the field. So
that's really good.
That's really good for the Mustangs up front as well.
So nobody was charged a timeout. 2nd down and 7. There's less than 10 seconds on the play clock. Same formation, and we've still got the motion. And it was a fake, and Scammon is going to make one guy miss and get up to about that 30-yard line. And you had just talked about that, the linebacker going to blow up the play, and he guessed wrong.
Yep, guessed wrong, and again, Scammon's able to just pull it down and make something of it. And so he goes for 4 or 5 yards there and gets it down to 3rd and 1.
I mean, I don't want to say it looks like every play they're running is a read, like a choice, but that one clearly was. So that would lead you to believe that all of these are kind of choices, and he's just making the right read every time, and which is a good sign. It's a good sign that the quarterback's making that read. So 3rd down and a yard, there's your quarterback sneak, and there's your 1st down, couple yards, and just keep the chains moving, 1st and 10. And this might seem like boring football to some, but this is just beautiful football right now. I mean, you're in the right position, and you're just trying to close it out.
Right, you're absolutely doing what you're supposed to be doing here. Right, you're up 2 scores. Your job is to wind down the clock, whether we get it all the way down to 0 or not. The goal is to take as much time as you can, whether we score or not. That doesn't really matter either. We want the clock to be as close to 0 as possible when we give the ball to them, either be a touchdown or a turnover on downs.
And that 1st down run to Dickerson gets to the outside. He's going north and south. He's to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Mustangs. Maybe the exclamation point on the night as he scampered 28 yards for his first touchdown of the 2022 season. Now it's a 20-point ball game. Mustangs flexing their muscles, starting to run away with it here in the second half. Excellent job blocking and good physical running that whole drive, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, just wear down the defense, wear down the defense, wear down the defense. The linebackers are going to have to start guessing. When they guess wrong, good things happen, just like that run right there.
So Zwickel on to attempt the point after, and we're going to have a penalty, little laundry on the field. Illegal substitution. Yep. That happens. That happens occasionally. Of all the things that have gone wrong today for Shenandoah, and there hasn't been that many, a lot of this stuff is clean. You can clean that up. It's not lack of ability, lack of size, lack of speed, just not good football players type of deal. It's little things like illegal substitutions and things like that. It's been a really clean game so far.
Right, and you got a lot of new bodies that have to figure it out when guys are hurt or just missed it. A lot of new bodies on the field, and so to put the pieces together, especially on special teams, that is hard to do in a quick 25 seconds.
So the extra point was missed by Zwickel. We'll step aside for 30 to 60 seconds. Mustangs out on top, trying to close things out, 36-16.
Looking for a new home or acreage just minutes from the Omaha metro area? Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973. We look forward to meeting all of your real estate needs: residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Contact us today at 712-527-3114 or visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
We are back here in Missouri Valley. 20-point lead for your Mustangs tonight. Really good start to the season. Trying to cap things off here in the final 5 minutes. There's 4:58 to go in the ball game. Mustangs trying to get out of this last 5 minutes, keep everybody healthy that's still out there, and keep working on those fine-tuning, that cleanup time. Maybe get some extra kids in there, get some varsity time too, which we didn't really have a lot of options to do that over the last few years.
Yeah, absolutely, and Dickerson just being a workhorse on that last drive. I had him for seven carries for 64 yards on that drive. So, again, the Mustangs now just tighten it up on defense, playing with that big lead. Having a good night here on the first weekend of the season.
And really good tackle in there. That was Foster who led the way on that tackle, upended Ben Hansen there at about the 32-yard line. So the Big Reds trying to get something going here the last 5 minutes of the game. It's not over yet. Anything can happen. We've seen that, and as long as we've been watching here, at least the last few years for Shenandoah football, we've seen a lot of crazy things. I'd like to think that we're safe right now, up by 20 with less than 5 to go, but you never know. That's why they play the games.
Yeah, and if you're watching the Harlan LC game last night, up 11, 3 minutes to go, and LC comes back and wins that one. So
Manzo gets the carry. He goes north and south and gets up to midfield. That's going to be a 15-yard gain. 15-yard gain, maybe 16, but they've got an injured Big Reds player. Looks like Manzo's down on the field, so hopefully for their sake he's okay. Big part to that team, and he's still on the ground, so we're going to step aside as they tend to him. We'll be right back after this.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
And we are back in Missouri Valley. Manzo's up on his own 2 feet. May have a cramping situation. That kind of looks like he's rubbing the back of his calf there. But a busy night for Manzo. You had kind of given me some stats there. What did we have at halftime? Yeah. What do we have now?
Yeah, he had 30 and 39 yards at halftime on 12 carries. He's carried it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times this half. So he's up to 19 carries, up to 127 yards on the night. So nice night for Alexis Manzo.
Well, and we knew he was the workhorse, and they're not hiding that. We knew he was the workhorse, and he's carried the ball the majority of the time, and they've had more success in the second half because he's had more success in the second half. So hopefully he's okay, but they got to keep going. We're less than 5 minutes to go. Clock's moving. Ball at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Big Reds. Handoff up the middle. Looks like that was Hansen. Ben Hansen picked up about 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Hey, I got that one right. I heard the guy after I said it. I just looked like 15 to me.
It was number 15. He carried the ball 64 times last year for 200 yards. So not a new guy in the backfield. He carried the ball some last year.
2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball at the 46-yard line. Back to Hansen. He gets north and south in between the tackles. Good tackle by Blake Harold, but it's going to be another gain of 4. So it brings up a 3rd down and 2. And for Shenandoah, you're fine giving up 3-4 yards a pop.
Sure, absolutely. Keep the clock running and make them run at least 3 times before a first down, before the clock stops moving the chains. But absolutely, give them 3 yards. That's okay.
Brody tells me there's less than 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes and 45 seconds. No.
Yes.
What are we doing here?
You got it. The hand signals are not very good.
3:30, folks. 3:30 and counting. That's what we got left. Brody was on it. I couldn't read his. I thought he was doing Air Force signals and he was doing Navy signals. I don't know. 3rd and 2. Manzo scoots to the outside, cut back behind Blake Harold, gets up to the 30-yard line. It's a nice little 12-yard run, and you don't like to give up those double-digit runs, but in this situation, like we said, keep that clock as your friend. Just keep it rolling. No big plays. Make them earn it if they're going to score.
Right, so now just watch play action here on 1st down, right? Maybe not a run play here, maybe a little play action.
And there's your play action like he's coached before. And the high floater incomplete over the outstretched arms. Was that Harold again?
I think Harold actually tipped it to make it go up there, yeah.
That was a moon ball there.
It was.
Deflected at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Big Reds.
I think it has been a really good game plan by the defensive coaching staff. We had talked a little bit. We kind of thought the defense was going to be the strong point of this team, at least early. And tonight it really has been. But they are lining Harold up 100% of the time opposite Manzo. And I think that's really helped as Manzo gets loose and then gets decleated by Harold after a gain of about 15 yards. Big stick, but good gain for Manzo.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we gotta get that defensive in play from the other side. Don't let Manzo get the cut up. We're getting there. We just now have to wrap up from that opposite defensive end spot.
But it's been, like I said, it's been a really good game plan because last year they kept running that same play over and over again with Manzo going from weak side to strong side with a pulling guard, and they're saying, we'll put our best player against your best player, and you're not doing it. And that's really forced them to kind of to adjust and react. So it's been a really good game plan. As now it's 1st and 10 again. There's your jet sweep to Hanson. Hanson gets north and south. He's at the 5, and he is. I don't know how near the near line judge could call anything because he was at about the 15-yard line. They're saying he's down at the 1. Looked like he was in.
Yeah, but there was the back judge right there, and he pointed that he was short, and so that's where they mark him.
I'm all the way up here. I can't even see their numbers. I'll agree with him.
Yeah.
So 1st down and goal. 2 minutes right on the button to go until the end of the game, and Manzo takes it up the middle, and Manzo's in for a touchdown for the Big Reds. So maybe not the end result you wanted for if you're the Mustangs, but you'll force them to chew 3 minutes off the clock. And you're still up by 2 scores, 36-22. Still got a couple minutes left, all their timeouts. But this is part of learning how to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back in there for the 2-point conversion. They've gone for 2 every time tonight when they've scored. And Mass hands the ball back up to Manzo. Manzo takes it in. It's not over yet, folks. Down by just 12 with 2 minutes to go. You got all 3 timeouts. You don't have to do the onside kick. You think you will. We'll talk about that during the break, and we'll come back in 30 seconds. It's been 18 seconds, excuse me. The Mustangs up by 12.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
We are back here. There is 1 minute and 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter, Missouri Valley. Keeping it interesting, Coach. Down by just 12 after that nice drive, all on the ground with Manzo and Hanson. They still got life. They got all 3 timeouts. Onside kick coming probably, correct?
Yeah, you would assume so. How much have you practiced it
here
before week 1? Obviously the ball has to bounce the way you want it to bounce and give yourself a chance. But it did work last night for Lewis Central, so that was a fantastic ball game. Probably the best game you can see on this side of the state this season. So that was a lot of fun to.
Does that
to watch
include
that
the Cyhawk game? Or
that's
not on this side of the state.
It's
on the other side of the state.
Yeah.
Good point. That's why you said you're dividing it.
Right.
East and west.
Right.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Is it in Iowa City this year? Or is it in Ames?
It is in Iowa City.
Because Ames, I think, technically would be on this side of the state, right?
No, part of Ames is on the other side of the interstate, so we'll say that.
Okay, that's fair. There's your onside kick. It's a little pooch. That's probably a good thing for Missouri Valley. If there's a pooch kick, like right now, if I'm the coaching staff over there, I'm telling all of my kids, if that ball does not hit the ground first, I'm waving my hand.
Right.
You can't try to pooch this, right? Because you just wave your hand, it's fair catch. You can't hit anybody.
Right. Yeah, you can't hit me.
But if it hits the ground first, it's totally legal.
Correct.
So we had the flag. That flag was a false start, so somebody got a little too excited, tried to jump the gun there. Yeah, everybody moved up the 5 yards. It was a good job by the coaching staff. They're moving them up.
Right.
But now, like I said, you don't really want to pooch this, do you? Maybe it'll work. Maybe
they got somebody faster over there that can run it. But yeah, I think you just wave your hand and call the fair catch.
There's your onside kick. High bounce, and it bounced still on the ground. And fortunate that Dickerson, player of the second half, comes out. That thing was squirming everywhere, but the Mustangs were able to.
That ball was outside the hashes and came back. It had some nice draw, kind of like Brody off the tee box.
Mine would go the other way. I got a slice. It's bad.
Just so everybody knows, Brody's going to take a beating this season. He's going to be the camera guy all season long, and he has signed up for it. And he knew going into it what it would entail.
Brody, I'm going to be nice. I will be nice. But then again, I don't feed you or clothe you or give you a roof over your head. That he can do. The color guy can do whatever he wants. That he makes the rules on that.
It's called color for a reason.
That's right. So first down, and there's your handoff up the middle to Dickerson. And Dickerson, tough couple yards that time. You don't know if it's going to matter all that much in the grand scheme of things with the last 2 minutes to go, but he's really showed me something here in the second half. We're going to face bigger teams. We're going to face faster teams. Maybe you'd say better teams down the road as the season goes. And don't take anything away from Missouri Valley, but having a lot of these young kids, like the McManuses and the Dickersons and the Fosters and that crew come in and get some valuable playing time in a game that matters. Every game matters in football because you don't have preseason, really. We didn't even have a Gatorade game this year, so that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Just experience.
Another handoff to Dickerson, bouncing off of another defender. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot this year from Dickerson as he runs, is bouncing off of a defender because first guy just doesn't seem to bring him down as he picks up another 6 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Real tough running for the sophomore here in the second half. Over 70 yards on the day now, right?
Yeah, well over 70 yards. He's 61, 69, 77.
If there's a first down here, well, even if there's not, but you'd imagine this will be the final play with about 20 seconds to go in the game. And it doesn't look like Missouri Valley's wanting to call any timeouts. They'll just hand the ball off to Dickerson. Dickerson gets the first down, and he gets to the 44-yard line. So about another 6-7 yards again. That'll be a first down, and no timeouts will be called by Missouri Valley. So that's going to do it. And the Shenandoah Mustangs maybe avenge that opening week loss from a season ago where they had so many mistakes that really cost them that game. And tonight, the mistakes were all on the other side. Mustangs played a really clean game. They get the win, 36-24, and super proud of those kids and the coaches. They did a great job. Thank you to all the fans that came out and support the Mustangs. And we're going to take a short break. Coach is going to tally up some stats. We'll talk a little bit about the stats from tonight's game, and then give a quick little recap and get you all set up for our next broadcast. So we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes on the Fuller Digital Solutions and KMA YouTube live stream.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, It's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back in, folks. Final score here from Missouri Valley. Your Mustangs 36, Missouri Valley Big Reds 24. Coach, break down some stats for me.
Yeah, give you a quick play by touchdown plays for the game. Scoring recap. The Mustangs started off strong on defense. Get a gauge sample. 20-yard fumble recovery for a scoop and score with 11:19 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Mustangs. Then Scammon hits Brody Cullen for a 69-yard touchdown. The extra point was no good, and the Mustangs led 13-0 with 8:03 left to go in the opening quarter. Missouri Valley answers back. Mass to Hanson, 66-yard touchdown. Manzo with the 2-point conversion. They draw within 13-8. Then Bo Gardner gets on the board. He runs it in from 2 yards out. The extra point by Zwickel was good, and the Mustangs led 20-8. And then we added Scammon to Spangler, 53-yard touchdown. The extra point was good on that one. The Mustangs led 27-8 at the end of one. Nobody scored in the second quarter, and there was only one score in the third quarter. Mass, a 6-yard touchdown run, followed by a Manzo 2-point conversion, made it 27-16 with 3:51 to go in the third quarter. And then it was all Mustangs in the fourth quarter until 1:52 left when Missouri Valley punched one in. But it was a Seth Zwickel 26-yard field goal, followed by a 28-yard Dickerson touchdown run, and the Mustangs pull away for the 36-24 victory. Some stats for the Mustangs on offense. Cole Scammon, welcome to the offense. 7 of 10 through the air for 250 yards. He connected with Brody Cullen twice for 85 yards and Blake Carroll 3 times for 96 yards, along with a Jade Spangler 53-yard touchdown pass and catch. Zane McManus added that 116-yard reception as well. Freshman joining the offense. And then the 2 backs that carried the ball a ton tonight. Bo Gardner 17 times for 83 yards. And Jaden Dickerson, the workhorse down the stretch, 12 carries for 81 yards. Big games by those two. That's 164 yards of rushing offense between those two. So great start to the Mustangs, and the stat of the game from Brody, 150 people were watching our live stream at some point tonight, including somebody from Germany.
Yeah, that's just, folks, we've started a movement. We have started a movement here in Shenandoah. It started at this time 1 year ago, and y'all thought we were crazy. Y'all thought we were insane, and we probably are. And we appreciate you guys letting us be crazy and insane and be passionate about Mustang and Philly athletics, because it's fun for us, and we hope it's fun for you. We hope you continue watching, keep interacting with us, because that's awesome. We go to commercials, and you guys are, shooting texts and typing in the live chat, and Brody's telling us what you guys are saying. Just keep it clean, and you have. You guys have been great. Put a bow on tonight, Coach. Just really happy and proud of the kids, proud of the coaches, happy for the kids and the coaches. Got that first win. it's going to be a fun bus ride home. But we do have some little tiny things to clean up going into Nottoway Valley, which was a tight one last year. It's fixing to probably be the same this year.
Sure, and Nottoway Valley is going to throw it around a lot more, right? And so it definitely has to come in the pass defense. But I thought overall the front five of the defense front played really well, especially the defensive ends pushing the ball inside. We had the interception by Dalton Nathan, the fumble recovery by Blake Harold, and fumble recovery by Sample. So solid night on defense, solid night offensively, moving the ball. Probably not an expected output in the rush game. I would say that the coaches probably thought we'd have to move it a little bit more in the air. But overall, solid night for the Mustangs.
That's going to put a bow on it tonight. Again, guys, thanks for watching. We absolutely love that you guys support it, and we're happy to support the school. We're happy to support these kids. That's what it's about. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all the viewers. Congratulations to the Mustangs. We will see you at home next Friday against Nottoway Valley. What day is that, Coach? Is that in September?
It is.
So then the next broadcast that we will have will be a home volleyball game against the Glenwood Rams on the 30th. So get your popcorn ready at Rexroth Court. Ladies, Coach Burdorf and I, and Brody, the Broadman, we're going to be there. We're going to be filming it, so everybody tune in. If you can't make it down there, watch the Mustangs and Phillies all season long. Thank you again for Aaron Burdorf, Brody Burdorf. I'm TJ Young. Thanks again for watching. Good night, everybody. Mustangs 1-0 in 2022.